Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PSN review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Trine, which if you've never played it before, it's basically excellent. It's a lot of things mixed together. It's hard to actually classify it as one thing, but if I had to choose I'd probably say a platformer. Because of the style of game and the puzzle solving, I'm not going to show later levels or anything like that because I don't want to spoil anything. But basically, at the start you get new game, and then you get options and credits. Once you've actually started a game, you get continue, which obviously means you can just go into that file, or you can go on to choose level. When you go on to choose level, as you can see, I've just got the 3 on this here, because as I say, I don't want to show too much off. You can basically view what you've got, so you can view if you beat the level 100% or not, where you need to go back and basically do better. Like with this level here, I missed 4 experience going through, missed an enemy and missed a secret, and it also tells you the difficulty that you've got and things like that. You can change the difficulty, you can change save slots. Options are very basic, you can put subtitles and stuff on, but for now I'm just going to go on to a new game because I want to show off a bit of the cutscenes and story, because I personally think the script, the story and everything about that sort of the part of the game is just fantastic. So here's some of it now.
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away, a kingdom was prospering, but peace could only last so long. The old king died. With no descendant to the throne, the kingdom fell into chaos. Lust for power blinded warriors and wizards alike. New kings emerged, only to fall the next day. But the madness of men would soon be overshadowed by a far greater evil. The magic that once gave life and good fortune had transformed into something sinister.
Right, so that was a bit of the story in the script. I will still do a bit of the music like I always do, because I think the music's fantastic, but for now that was just a little bit of the story. I couldn't show it all off because of how long it is, but the whole point is there's 3 of you. There's a wizard, there's a thief and there's a knight, and you're all intertwined together and you all have to work together. And it's a simple case of, when you're the wizard, you can grab onto things using your magic, you can create little boxes or big boxes, and it's the type of thing that just basically the boxes allow you to do certain things, like that there, it helped us by stopping that, so I was able to jump up. The thief, you can turn into her. She's actually got some attacking moves. You can like fire the bow and arrow on that, you can aim it up using the right analog and you let go and it fires. The thief can also use like a hook shot type thing and grab onto wooden things and swing between them. The knight, however, is basically all out offense. He can use his shield to defend by using the right analog, but mainly he's just there for brute force. You kick the crap out of things, you smash open ways, you kill the enemies and that. And that's basically the 3 characters. You're constantly going to have to be swapping between them, unless of course you've got a friend. And when there's 2 of you like this, then you can choose between the character that you're not using. So for example, there's a part later on in this level, which I'll try and show, where as the mage I have to basically create a box, then I have to pull a platform down for the thief to be able to swing across. Then when the thief was over at the right, he turned, well, she I suppose, because the thief turned into the knight so that I could turn into the thief and swing across. And it's the type of thing that's just really cool that it works like that. Of course, however, you can play the game 3-player, and when it's 3-player, then there's no swapping over, you're just all on together and that's it. So you basically have to choose what you want to be. If you want to be offense, you want to be, well, have no offense at all whatsoever, like for example a mage and just running away like this, I'm trying my best not to get attacked while they're fighting. Or you want to be a bit of a mix of both, like the thief. You have to basically, as I say, choose, because you are stuck in those roles. Obviously you can swap pads over, so if one of you decides that he doesn't want to be the mage anymore, then you can swap over with someone else, but you can't actually change like this, and it's one of those things that it does mean that there's probably going to be a bit of complaining. By complaining though, I mean in the fact of, you will get people saying, oh, for crying out loud, couldn't you do that better? And it's a case of, well, I'd like to see you try that, the old type of sibling stuff, or sibling rivalry at least. I know that's what we get with me and my brothers here. But it's one of those things that I honestly prefer being the mage. Yes, I like fighting, but I am quite good with a mage. I know how to work the mage, and it's one of those things that I do quite like doing. The other things that I'll mention though, you can level up your characters basically by fighting. You get experience, you can also find little green vials, you can go into here, view your levels and stuff, and you can also get items. So this item here I've got, it's first item that I managed to get. It's basically a ring that you push triangle on it, tells you the info. This here slightly increases the maximum energy of the bearer, it goes up by 5%. By energy it doesn't mean health, it means the blue bar, because basically if you watch in the top left corner, there's the blue bar and the red bar, and I'll just keep making boxes, and as you can see now it's going down because I'm using magic all the time, so that's what it means, you get more of that. So it's best for the mage really to have those things, because obviously the mage is going to be using a lot more energy than other people. Now of course you may also be asking yourself, what happens if one of you dies? Well, one of them's died here, I'll just die myself with a mage, so there you go, dead. What the hell are you going to do? Don't worry, whenever you find one of them, a checkpoint, you'll come back. Yes, with barely any health, but you'll still come back, so it's the type of thing that you don't have to worry, you're not completely screwed over if one of your party members dies. It's also the same if there's only one of you and you're controlling all the characters. If you get the knight killed, then you don't have to worry, because as long as you find one of them, then you'll be fine. Hell, you can even go back to one of them and it'll bring them back. There's a room, that one there, to be fair, where they're fighting, you can get yourself killed and just keep running past the checkpoint over and over, so you don't really have to worry about that. Not really much, to be fair, left to see here, other than that there are 15 levels of this, so it's going to take you quite a while. And there's also obviously the playability and replayability there with co-op and friends and just doing it on your own without arguments and stuff like that, so there's definitely some lifespan there. Graphically, the game looks fantastic. It's one of the best looking downloadable games I've seen like in a long time, and musically I think it sounds great too, so I'm just going to shut up for a bit and let you listen to some music. Well, that was a little bit of the music. The music's one of those things that, again, I think is going to divide people on me vids, because I like it because it's simple and it does what it needs to do, but then there'll be other people saying it's simple. One of the other things, though, I wanted to show off here was that the wizard can do that. You can basically create a box and then stop that fireball. So it's the type of thing that you can help people cross those sections, but in the time I was there taking to actually make the box, he'd been able to run over. Because to be fair, that wasn't exactly a hard bit, but it's bits like this here. You've got 2 fireballs, so if I just create a box, shove that there, then there's only 1 fireball we've got to worry about. And it's the type of thing that the mage is definitely the most useful class from a certain point of view. Obviously you need all 3 classes to beat the game, you can't do it without it, that's why they're there for a reason, but I still think the mage is more useful than the other characters. Well, nothing really at all left to say other than that if you're thinking the game is a bit expensive, yes, I admit, £16 or whatever it's going to be dollars wise, probably 25 or something, may seem very expensive, but it's a lot cheaper than the PC version. It's 3-player co-op, you're getting a fantastic soundtrack, script, story, like puzzle elements, you're just getting a fantastic game basically. It's the type of thing that it may, as I say, it may seem expensive until you get the game, and then you'll think every penny worth spent, you know. I know at least I did anyway. I was very impressed with it after I got it, and to be fair, I've been waiting weeks to be able to get it, because I could have just bought it on Steam, but instead I wanted the 3-player co-op, and I'm glad I've waited, because it really does make the game. So there we go then, that's been the review. I hope you've enjoyed it, or at least found it helpful. You might have noticed I didn't score the game. Well, that's because it's a matter of personal opinion, and yours may very well differ from my own. I'm just here to show you a bit about the game. If you like it or not, well, that's up to you. If you don't like it, or you do like it, feel free to comment. Also, if I haven't answered any of your questions that you may have had, I might have forgot something, or it might just be something obscure. Again, feel free to comment, ask, always willing to help out. Otherwise, if you don't like commenting on YouTube, head over to www.vc-forums.com, where you can chat with me and a bunch of other lads who love the VC, the WiiWare, and hell, even a lot of other systems. We cater to pretty much everything. You can just go there, have a chat about a game, ask about some games, etc. So until next time, this has been Demon212, signing off.